Hello guys. So in this video, we'll see about discuss about the database services. So beginning with DynamoDB. So we see like okay, what is first of all DynamoDB? It might be a hard like this is something a serverless, no sub SQL, fully managed database. Right? Okay, with single digit millisecond performance at any skill. The performance is very good in whenever you go with DynamoDB, right? Okay. So we'll see like some characteristics. It's serverless. Okay. It's no SQL database. If I say like no SQL, okay. As a no SQL, DynamoDB is purpose built to deliver improved performance, scalability, flexibility compared to traditional relational database to support wide variety of use cases. DynamoDB support both key value and document data models. All right. Unlike relational database, DynamoDB doesn't support a join operator. Okay, in DynamoDB it doesn't have join operator. All right, it is fully managed. If it is fully managed, DynamoDB handles the heavy lifting of managing a database. All right, so that you can focus on building value for your customers. It's handle the setup, configuration, maintenance, everything. Right. As I told, it's single digit millisecond performance at any scale. Use cases. We go with financial service applications, gaming applications, streaming applications, right? Streaming applications are like media, entertainment companies like this. Okay. ACID transactions. The supports ACID transaction is built for critical workload. It includes ACID transaction support for applications that require complex business logic, right? DynamoDB provides native server-side support for transaction. All right. And also serverless integration, service integration, these all it supports, right? Caching, security, resilience, global table, DynamoDB enables availability, like 99% availability will be there, and multi-region resilience, continuous backup, on-demand backup, and restore. All right. So this is pretty much about the DynamoDB. The thing you have to keep in mind is DynamoDB to store and read items in a database, right? It works on key value and document model, right? That's it. So next we'll see replica of DynamoDB. All right, a replica. Okay, I can say like what is the replica? So to create a global table replica, and make data available across different regions using DynamoDB. Okay, for improving data accessibility and enhancing application performance in geographically dispersed environment. Okay, I repeat. So if you want to create a global table replica and make data available across different regions using DynamoDB for improving data accessibility, okay, and we enhance the application performance in geographically dispersed environments. All right. Okay. I'm telling global table. What is this? Global table is something creating a replica in another region. For example, US East, all right, means your data is now stored in two places. This helps reduce latency and ensures that if one region faces issue, your data remains accessible in another region as well. All right. Okay. So keep in mind Creating a replica of DynamoDB is we create a global table replica and make data available across different regions using DynamoDB for improving data accessibility and enhancing application performance in geographical disparate environment. All right. This global table create a replica in another region. For example, now I created database in a region called uh, in region, for example, like uh, North Virginia. All right. So if I wanna US North Virginia I created, if I wanna replicate, what I do, I replicate that in US East OEU. Means your data is now stored in places. This helps reduce latency, right? And ensures that if one region faces issue, your data remains accessible in another region. Okay. Okay. So then next we'll go see Redshift, right? Amazon Redshift. Okay. Amazon Redshift. To create a table in Amazon Redshift and access the Redshift query, what we can do is, okay, first we'll see what is this Redshift. Redshift is a serverless, guys. All right. So this allows you to use Amazon Redshift without managing infrastructure, making it easier to set up and scale your data warehouse. Mainly, we use this for data warehouse. See, as you can see, Amazon Redshift is a fully managed petabyte scale data warehouse service on Amazon Web Service. Okay. What you have to keep in mind is if you're discussing, if you're using Redshift, it's mainly for data warehouse service, right? That simplifies and optimizes data analysis using standard SQL and existing BI tools. Okay. Okay. Let's see what are some BI tools we have. Okay. Business intelligence tools or software application that collect, analyze, and visualize data to enable data-driven decision making. Some popular BI tools include Microsoft Power BI, Tableau, Domo, Zoho Analytics, and Domo. Right? This is collect, analyze, and visualize data to enable data-driven decision making. All right. Okay. So to store the data, we, fully Amazon Redshift is a fully managed metadata scale data warehouse service on Amazon that simplifies and optimizes data analysis using standard SQL and existing BI tools, mainly to simplify and optimize data analysis. All right. So, okay. We'll just see a quick chat GPT. Here you can see a simple Amazon Redshift is a fully managed petabyte scale data warehouse service that allows you to run fast, complex analytical queries on large volume of structured data using SQL. All right. Think of it as a supercharged database optimized for analytics. Okay, not real-time transaction, but things like reporting, dashboard, and big data analytics. Okay, what makes Redshift special? Okay, store data in column instead of rows, faster for analytics, and splits work across multiple nodes for speed and scalability. You can use standard SQL familiar for analyst and BI tools, okay? For seamless data movement and querying like Tableau, Power BI, as I told. So if you want to use it, you create a Redshift cluster or like basically it's a Redshift serverless, load data into Redshift from S3, RDS or DynamoDB, query using SQL. Okay, for example, like via query editor. If you go to the Redshift, there itself you will find that editor from there, or JDBC, ODBC, or client tools, all right? And connect BI tools or dashboard for reporting, right? Create a cluster, load the data from any S3, RDS, any storage service or database service like DynamoDB, RDS, or storage service like S3. Query using SQL via editor and connect BI tool or dashboard for reporting. All right. So use case will see. Why Redshift? Data warehousing, store and analyze data from multiple sources. Business for run complex reports and dashboard fast. Log and event data analysis slice through billions of records quickly. All right. Extract transform load combined with S3 to build data lakes. Okay. In my previous video, I have explained about the Athena. All right. I told like it's like to query in S3 Athena. You remember Athena also used to like run SQL like queries on logs to analyze data. Okay, usage. Here in Redshift, it is like similar, like use case are like analytics and warehousing. There in Athena, querying in S3. All right. Storage type here is columnar in Athena. No storage in Athena. It's like we store in S3. All right. If you are using Athena. Speed. Very fast for large data sets. Slower on large joins. All right. Paper, hover, serverless or node. All right. Here, paper query. Right. Cool features. Redshift spectrum. Query data in S3 without loading it into Redshift. This is something you have to keep in mind. Right. So this table you can go through. It's very good. Features like use case, analytics warehouse, adopt querying in S3 for Athena and RDS. It is like day-to-day DB use. So it's mainly used for the apps, the application. So good for transaction, paper instance, so these RDS. So next, we will see about some RDS, right? This is Amazon Relational Database Service, guys. Okay, RDS is Amazon Relational Database Service. My DynamoDB is no, not a relational database, but this one is Relational Database Service. All right. Okay. Okay. We see one quick example. How we can demonstrate the process of creating an Amazon RDS MySQL database using AWS. Okay. Here in this example, see, you are setting up a managed MySQL database in the cloud. This removes the hassle of manual set and management, allowing you to focus on using the database. All right. Okay. You can say what is this? Okay. Amazon Relational Database Service is a web service that makes it easier to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the AWS cloud. All right. It provides cost efficient, resizable capacity for an industry standard relational database and manages common database administration tasks. If you are new to AWS products and services, what I can do is for an okay, we will not say about that. Advantage of RDS. This is very mainly you have to see. You can use database engines that you are already familiar with. For example, we have some RDS database engine like IBM DB2, MariaDB, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle Database, and PostgreSQL. Mostly, they will use like for the common use case PostgreSQL. Amazon RDS manage backups, software patching, automatic failure detection, and recovery. All right. You can turn on automated backups or manually create your own backup snapshots. All right. Snapshots is something like, okay, it's a kind of a copy, guys. Okay, so later also you can use. You can use these backups to restore a database. As I told you, the Amazon RDS restore process works reliably and efficiently, right? Okay. Comparison of responsibility with Amazon EC2 and on-premise deployments. Uh, Not go deep into this. Ah, you see, for example, we'll see this Amazon RDS instances. A DB instance is an isolated database environment in the AWS cloud. The basic building block of Amazon RDS in the DB instance. Your DB instance can contain one or more user-created database. The following diagram, so VPC that contains two availability zones with each containing two database. This is one VPC, this is one VPC. Okay, just to tell you, VPC is isolated network, guys. All right, in one word. That's it. This is a good example. Yeah, we have a VPC here. We have a availability zone. We have a public subnet. And we have a private subnet, and they have stored the Amazon RDS DB instance, and they have replicated this into another region as well. Sorry, another availability zone as well. And Amazon RDS standby DB instance. All right. And they have also put like auto scaling groups. For example, if they wanna, if there is mm, fail of the instance, like if the traffic increases, it decreases, the instance will automatically uh, increase or scale up or scale down. In Elastic, they have also put like elastic load balancing on internet gateway, which will distribute the traffic. But this is a very good, and also they have route table. This like most of the good services. This is a very good diagram, guys. Yeah. All right. So now, okay. This, whenever you create any Amazon Route 53, you will find that DNS, domain name service. Okay, with that you can access the service, right? Here they have really given good example. Okay, this DB engine is a specific relational database software that runs on your DB instance. Amazon RDS supports the following database engine: MariaDB, Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Oracle Database, PostgreSQL. Right? DB instance classes you have to see. For general purpose, this db.m. For memory optimized db.z, db.x, db.r. This star indicates if you go compute, optimize, and stable performance, right? Okay, we have three database instance storage. SSD is for general purpose, provision IOPs. This storage type is designed to meet the need of input-output intensive workloads. It is like intensive workloads, we go for provision, right? Magnetic. Magnetic storage for backward compatible. We recommend that used to general purpose or for any new storage needs. All right. Yeah. And also you can run a DB instance on a VPC using the Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, you know, service. When you use VPC, you have control over your virtual network environment. You can choose your own IP address range, create subnet, and configure routing and access control list. Okay, the basic functionality of in the same whether it's running in a VPC or not. Amazon RDS manage backups, software patching, automatic failure detection, and recovery. There is no additional cost. Okay, this is availability zone. Okay, what they have done, they have used two RDS instance replication. They have done it's read write access, and this have it like only read. This is only to read replica, and this is to read write access both. Yeah. Well, not say much good for this. Okay, finally, I just want to discuss you and discuss with one of the use case because in every series I do this, right? Just a moment. Okay, just I'll give you one. So if you want to create and configure an RDS instance for deploying a MySQL, we create and configure a RDS instance. We deploy a MySQL database instead on our AWS and ensure secure access through EC2 and SSH. Okay. I'll repeat the use cases. You must create an RDS database. Okay. And deploy a Linux instance. You have to create RDS database. You have to deploy a Linux instance by creating it in EC2 and connect an SSH client through EC2. That's it. All right. So the steps are we create an RDS database, launch an EC2 instance. In the EC2 instance, we create security group where we allow SSH and we connect once we connect this instance via SSH. Okay. What we are doing here? First, we create a MySQL database RDS instance. We created. All right. We whatever the RDS instance that endpoint we got right, we'll copy it. Okay. And when we launch EC2 instance, that is Linux instance, all right? This is a Linux instance. because we are connecting it to via SSH, and we configure security group where we allow port 3306 for MySQL here, security group. All right, and we connect. Okay, here you can ask me what is the 3306. We are telling the instance that please allow MySQL, that is port 3306. And we connect EC2 via SSH. Then once we open the terminal, we install the MySQL client. MySQL client will be having, right? That MySQL client will be on the EC2, that machine. And we run MySQL command with RDS endpoint. What we do here is we run the MySQL command with RDS endpoint. And then we connect to MySQL database, which we already did. Whatever the endpoint we got, right, which we have copied, we take that endpoint and we run the command. So now our EC2 is connected with the RDS to perform MySQL database operation. Got it? So this is something like a simple use case you can do as a challenge. All right, guys. So if you can able to do, please comment and share me in a comment how did you achieve or not successfully. Yeah. So in next video, we will discuss the different topic. Most probably, I'll come up with the good my favorite, that is serverless, not serverless. Come with security and IAM. Okay, I'll come with the security and IAM topic in the next video, guys. Okay, till then, see you. Bye bye. Take care.